What's up, guys? Below Average Nerds here, Tanner. And we're bringing you I don't even know what day of E3 this is. Like, is it 1? Like, is it 0 again?
It's 1.
Okay. Day 1 of E3 2015.
That's what I was saying. I told you it was -1 on Bethesda.
Yeah, I guess that was true. But, well, you would think, I just don't understand why they call, like, it's like, well, the show floor's not open. Do people care about the show floor at E3? No?
I do.
Do you, though?
I do.
I don't.
I just need all the interviews.
Yeah. What's up, guys? We're here with developer interview. Like, good job for making a cool game, but nobody really cares.
And now with streaming technology, I can watch that same interview on like 5 different websites.
Yeah. It's like, did you watch the GameSpot or the IGN version? Because the IGN version had like 20 extra seconds because the GameSpot feed had to cut. But yeah. Anyways, today, with me, as always, is Sam.
Hey, you.
And today we're going to be talking about Nintendo and Square Enix.
Squeenix.
Yep. So I guess we just dive right into Nintendo's press conference. Start off with a little funny Muppet bit, and you're like, what?
That's part of the conference. The digital event.
Yeah, digital event. Quote unquote. Digital event. And they do the little Muppet thing, and then they start transforming into Star Fox characters, and then, boom, they're showing Star Fox. Star Fox Zero, to be exact. So, Sam, what did you think of Star Fox Zero? 'Cause I know you had some hotter takes on it.
Did I have hotter takes on that? I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're not in the Nintendo ecosystem, whatever, I don't know what you call it.
Wave.
I was like, the wave. That sounds silly.
Well, the ecosystem doesn't.
I think ecosystem sounds better, but I don't need Star Fox in my life. And then I looked at it, and I'm like, I want something prettier.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting prettier, because Nintendo has pumped out some pretty games. Mm-hmm. Star Fox was not one of those.
They showed some pretty games today, and we'll get to that, obviously. But Star Fox, I love Star Fox. That game was not doing it for me.
So why is mine a hot take and yours isn't?
No, I was starting off with your hot take and then following up with my hot take.
Oh, I thought
Two hot takes.
Oh, double the hot takes, double the money.
Takes.
Okay.
It just wasn't, and like I said, I like Star Fox a lot. Like, I played the GameCube, God, what was it called? Aerial Assault or whatever. I don't remember because it's been so long. But, like, that game was awesome, and this game was just like, okay. Like,
I mean, if it's any consolation, I think it'll play really fun.
Yeah, I think it will play fun, but it doesn't graphically. And, I'm one of those, I don't care about graphics, but when something looks like that, and we've seen what the Wii U can do, why is that a thing? Why are we doing that?
Well, there's one thing, there's graphics, and then there's art direction. And I think that's where this wasn't doing it in either direction.
True, but I mean, even with the art. Well, first I'm going to talk about last, I guess, because I don't want to spend too much time on that because, whatever. The box art is weird. The box art makes me feel weird, with a hyper-realistic fox looking into my face.
That's what I want.
But, and here's what it just didn't do anything for me, and it's a trend with Nintendo today. But they didn't mention during the press conference that the single player was being worked on by Platinum Games. Why do you not mention that?
I don't know. Nintendo's gonna Nintendo.
That's ridiculous to me. How do you not? I mean, how do you not? It's Platinum Games, which now means that Platinum Games currently has its toes dipped in the Microsoft exclusive pool, the Nintendo exclusive pool. It's doing Transformers, it's doing Project Guard for Nintendo as well, and it's doing Nier for Square Enix, but we'll get to that.
I mean, but I think you can start to have to question what Platinum Games is right now.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously multiple teams.
Oh, yeah.
So...
And you have to assume they're working on at least the beginning stages of a Bayonetta 3 and a probably Wonderful 102.
I mean, you'd hope so, but, like, they produced that Legend of Korra game, too.
Yeah.
I did not hear great things about it.
I knew a few people that liked Legend of Korra that played it and thought it was cool, but some people bought it just because it was platinum and not because it was Legend of Korra and was not impressed by it.
Yeah.
Was my general reaction to it. Anyways, so Star Fox Zero, yeah, and press conference. I don't remember how Nintendo happened because it's all such a blur now. But and then they showed, and then they started doing this bit of it was Super Mario Maker, but they kept jumping and like getting a mushroom, and they would transform into the character they would show. Or whatever. So then, like, they transformed to a Link, and then you're like, what is this? Zelda U's not supposed to be there. Zelda U wasn't there. And it's a new 3DS Legend of Zelda game called Triforce Heroes, I believe. That sounds right. And it's 4 swords minus 1. So, I mean, why? Why do you do it?
Because you gotta show something.
But it's so stupid. I mean... Again, like, cool, it's Legend of Zelda, but, like, gee, I really don't know what to say, because it's...
Then don't say anything.
It's like a concept you showed already with 4 swords, and it's now literally a less impressive concept. Like, this is like, hey, you remember that game we did called Okami? Well, we're doing it again, but you can't paint, or do the ink stuff,
It's actually just a dog walking
simulator. It's just a dog walking simulator is what it is now. I feel like that is the comparison you can make. And then it moved on, mercifully. And it showed Hyrule Warriors Legends, which I think looks really cool. I'll probably pick it up. Just because it's Hyrule Warriors. Hyrule Warriors was, extremely fun. And, new characters for the 3DS version. And it looked good, so we'll see how that goes. Do you have any thoughts of Hyrule Warriors?
Nah, I don't care. It's Dynasty Warriors plus Zelda.
Yeah.
There's like 6 of those games coming out the next year.
There is, and we can talk about that in a little bit. And then you had the Mario transformed to Isabelle, and you're like, oh, here it goes. They show the Happy Home, Animal Crossing Happy Home, which is essentially what the Amiibo cards are being made for. And you're like, oh man, that looks, okay, that's cool. That's a cool concept. They have to put something on the 3DS, I guess. And then they show a Wii U one. And you're like, aw, shit. Isabelle walks out of the town hall, and then KK Slider, Tom, oh my god, Tom Nook, and Sable are all like, what's up? And then it's a board game, Sam.
I cackled.
It's a board game. Board game. As in, I am so bored right now, I want to play a game, and you give me this piece of garbage. What?
They decided that Animal Crossing needed the Mario Party treatment.
Sam, swear to
I was so pumped.
Almost had an aneurysm when that happened. I was screaming, so I was like, I was like this, pretty much. I was just, why? They're not so stupid to know. When people said they want an Animal Crossing Wii U game, they mean a Animal Crossing Wii U game, not a, you know what sounds cool? Animal Crossing Party. Hold on. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. And look, I love Amiibo. It's cool. They're cool. Whatever. Do not mess with my damn Animal Crossing. And now, I feel like, I don't need to make a Breaking Bad reference again tonight. But I feel like, essentially, the good guy that just constantly gets screwed over and finally becomes a villain. And I'm out to kill. This is bullshit, Sam, and you know it.
Well, the thing is, it's probably an easier game to make. And it was just to
but the thing is, they already have all the HD assets, like
put in the gimmick of the amiibos. That some people are gonna buy, like you.
Oh, the amiibo! I'm totally gonna buy the amiibo. That's not my thing.
So,
I'm not buying the game.
But they're gonna feel totally okay because they just found a real easy way to create a game for this amiibo gimmick.
That's true, but like,
and then once you buy the amiibos, hey. We did our part.
But the thing is, we don't know if it's completely compatible with all the amiibo. For all we know, it's only compatible with the Animal Crossing amiibo.
Are you going to buy it regardless?
The game?
No, are you going to buy the amiibos
regardless? I'm going to buy the amiibo regardless, just because I collect the amiibo, or, get the ones I like. But, like, I don't know. It's dumb.
That's what I'm saying about Nintendo, but no one says that.
This is dumb, and it just left a sour taste in my mouth. The whole rest of I keep getting out of order. Before that was Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Fates was shown, which is now called Fire Emblem Fates Conquest and Fire Emblem Fates Birthright. What odd names, especially Birthright. Like, good lord. Which is the Fire Emblem. I guess it's IF or IF or some Japanese thing. Black and white. It's like White Sun Kingdom of Dark Moon Kingdom or some shit. So it's pretty much that's coming to the West next year, which is cool because people were unsure if it was coming to the West. So what'd you think of that? That was the 3DS titles, if you didn't know.
It was all a hot anime mess.
Yeah, and it was awesome, wasn't it?
It was. Well, okay. Let's go with that.
I mean, what are your takes on Fire Emblem?
I don't have takes.
Okay.
I don't have takes.
Do you have a 3DS?
Takes on this? No, I don't have. I do not have a Nintendo system. So again, I'm not going to be entrenched in this news as much as you are, as we're breaking every bit down.
Okay. Well, I'm just because it was so bad, but I have to at least highlight the good stuff.
Okay.
Well, you have to talk about the bad stuff. And Sam, they showed Animal Crossing, and it wasn't Animal Crossing. Okay. And then they showed Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, which just looked amazing. I need that now. That looked like hey, you have ADD? Okay, here's anime titties, colors, music, more colors, combat, swords, Fire Emblem X, colorful things. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. And it's coming 2016, which is awesome. So can't wait to see more of that. And then we can just move on. They showed Yarn Yoshi, which we have seen 1,000 times at this point. It comes out in October. Whoop-de-doo. Super Mario Maker comes out in September. And it looks, we've seen it again like 50 times at this point. But a cool thing they announced today, that any amiibo you put on the gamepad becomes like an 8-bit version of it, and you can play as that amiibo, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way the amiibo should be.
Yeah, that's a clever way to use the amiibo. For somebody like me that has like 20 or 30 of them, it's pretty cool.
Can't wait for that Ryu 8-bit.
Yeah, that was literally me. I was like, Ryu's going to be in Super Mario. And then they end the conference. They're teasing a new 3D Mario, and then it's just a Mario website with, that's linked to a charity. Which is cool and all, but like...
So were they teasing a 3D?
I definitely thought it was being teased by the way Reggie was talking.
I was very perplexed about what was going on at that period.
I was like... They're either going to... Because I was like, well, there's no way they're going to release a collection of all the 2D Mario games, because that would be stupid, because they're releasing Super Mario Maker, so that would be dumb. And then it just ended up being nothing. I was like, oh my god. How do you do that? So that was Nintendo's conference.
Well, where does it stack up in the conferences so far?
Last.
Do you think they'd have been better served if they moved in their main directs in Smash Direct into this bad boy?
Yeah, well, not much. Like, I think Nintendo is about right there with EA, just because I thought some stuff at the the new Mario Tennis looked cool, and the 3 Fire Emblems look cool, and yeah. So I think it evens out with EA.
I mean, their best event was Nintendo World Championships, so it's.
Yeah, agreed, 100%.
Yeah, that was Nintendo.
So I guess we can just move on to Square Enix. Just Cause 3. So Square Enix starts off with Just Cause 3. Showed some crazy stuff, I thought. And then, just looked... It looked fun. It looked like a game. It kind of looked like GTA in a sense. But not GTA, if that makes any sense.
It's like GTA on a whole bunch of steroids. But it's not quite Saints Row.
Yeah. Like, you don't have superpowers and shit yet. But, yeah. It's crazy. And it comes out this year, December 1st, which I think is a weird release date for games. Because, usually by the time you get to December, you don't have a big game coming out. And then, boom. Here you go.
Yeah, that's I'm not sure how that's going to do in December. especially with all the big ones in November.
Yeah, I feel like it's smart though. In like a sense, because they're avoiding Fallout, they're avoiding Call of Duty, they're avoiding Tomb Raider, they're avoiding all your big November games. They're like, you know what? We're just going to sneak in there 3 weeks before Christmas. I think it's kind of smart because more people are going to be like, you know, people that don't really stick with games long are going to get bored with it, and they're going to be like, oh, okay, blah 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 blah. I want something new to play, you know, by Thanksgiving, and then Just Cause comes out, and Just Cause is like, oh, there's a lot of stuff in this game I can do. Let me play it. And then they buy it and play it. So I thought it was a really smart move on Square Enix's part. Granted, this is all granted, it doesn't get delayed. Which has kind of become Square Enix's MO as of forever.
I think this is pretty well slotted.
Yeah, and it looked like they had a good bit done just based on what we saw. I wish they would have went a little more in depth with what multiplayer is exactly. But I'm sure just like every other game, we're going to see more of it at Gamescom. So,
yeah, all the Gamescom.
Yeah, Gamescom is going to be huge this year. I feel like, which will be cool.
I'm with you.
And then they went, you know, they talked about Final Fantasy again, like whoop-de-doo. Then they showed Nier, Nier 2, which is now in development, but supposedly coming out in 2016. Is being collaborated with Platinum Games, which again, Platinum Games is just dipping their toes in everybody's pool. But
yeah, again, I don't know how this team is how this studio is gonna be working.
Yeah,
eventually we're gonna have to name these teams because
Platinum Alpha, Platinum Beta, Platinum Charlie. Essentially, because they're building an army.
I'm wondering what products are being produced by what teams, just so we know who we can get excited for and who we should be like, oh, well, that's just team fuckboys.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, like, who are Platinum's big guys working on? Are they working on stuff we haven't seen yet? Are they working on Bayonetta 3 or Wonderful 102? Or are they working on Transformers? Like, who knows? So I just think that's interesting that Platinum really went from nobody wants to pick up Bayonetta 2, so it's a Wii U exclusive, to, oh, everybody kind of wants to work with us now. How cool is that? And they're kind of like the hot thing going. And I think you might have said it in the podcast, but I think it was before, that it's not too long till we're going to be getting a Platinum press conference.
Yeah.
So,
too much stuff now.
They have a lot of stuff. And again, they have their stuff. So, be weird to see where they go with that in the next few years. And then the director of Kingdom Hearts comes out. And he teases you a little bit because he shows...
A little bit?
A lot of it, I guess. He's like, hey, we're working on World of Final Fantasy. You're like, okay. They're like, the game looks cute and all, and I'll probably buy it. But...
What a mark.
Yeah. It looks good. It would be a fun Vita game, I think.
Honestly, I think if they switched the order and didn't delay the Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff and showed that, like, afterwards as, hey, we're also doing this, I think it would have came off a little bit better than, come on, guys, let's get through this and give me what it came for.
Well, granted, you can tell everybody in the audience that was there, that's like regular press or whatever, was really only there because of Kingdom Hearts. And then they showed Kingdom Hearts Unchained X, which is their mobile game, which takes place before everything. It's a prequel to all Kingdom Hearts, even takes place before the Keyblade Wars, starts. So I thought that was interesting, how that was explained on the little Kingdom Hearts, special, whatever they called it, induction ceremony, I don't know. And they were just talking about it. It looks cool, but again, they showed it before your main event, Kingdom Hearts 3, which, Sam, what did you think Kingdom Hearts 3 looked like?
Kingdom Hearts 3 looked like beautifulness.
Boy.
And then we got Tangled up in there.
Yeah. Tangled's up in there, and the video also confirmed that Hercules World is back.
Ooh.
So, you got Tangled and Hercules already confirmed for the game. It's going to be a boatload of fun. I don't know if you were in the Skype call when I said this, but I
was probably not.
I said in the Skype call, swear, right hand to God, I said How crazy would it be in Kingdom Hearts that you had a Keyblade that transformed to 2 guns that retransformed to a giant-ass Keyblade, and it totally happened?
That's exactly what happened.
I mean,
that's oddly specific.
I was screaming. I was like, oh my god, guys I was in the call with were like, they're like, how did you know? And I was just like, I was just bullshitting. Which obviously they knew that, but I thought it was pretty great. I was like, wow, I said the stupidest thing and then it's actually real. And it's like Half-Life 3, but that didn't happen. So.
No, that game, it just looked so good.
Yeah.
Again, art direction's on point. Then the shooting, I wonder how much it's going to play a part in the game, but it looks real fun.
Those summons, the magic train thing, and then the teacups, and then, there's a boat. It looks like he's literally transforming into Disney World rides, which is just wonderful in so many different ways.
Yeah, the teacups was hot fire.
Yeah, and then, Goofy doing his thing with the shield, running through the Heartless, and it's just, oh my god.
It's hard to even explain the Heartless, because they looked so good.
Yeah.
Like they feel like we're coming out of a Disney movie.
Yeah, and that's what I'm excited about. Just I still think that Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 look good, but Kingdom Hearts 3, if you compare them side by side, you're like, wow, Kingdom Hearts 3 looks beautiful. And the fact that it was gameplay kind of surprises me. And then at the end, they pulled the swerve of now in development. So, how far away are we from seeing Kingdom Hearts 3?
Oh, half a decade.
Yeah, I mean, here's the real question. Am I going to be out of college, or am I going to be back in college and getting my other degree to be a doctor? That's the real question. Am I going to be a doctor when I'm playing this game? Who knows? So.
Is that how nursing school works?
Well, no. Well, I'm going to, do the. Well, it's not for the podcast, but what I'm doing, yes.
Oh.
So.
Okay. It can always be for the podcast.
Oh, if you want to go, okay. If you want to go into it, nursing school, work as a nurse, go back to school, and get what they call a doctorate of nursing or a doctorate of nursing practices.
Oh, I see.
And so I can be a nurse practitioner, but I'm a doctor, if that makes any sense. Because now it's
You're
like
a
new thing with
nursing.
It's a new thing with practitioners. They can get this and they can open up their own practices and stuff. And it's a whole big thing.
Whew, okay.
Yeah. So.
I'm up to speed now.
Yeah. So, anyways, Kingdom Hearts 3 looks amazing. People were bitching about it. They were like, "Oh, do you guys see the lighting while they're playing the chess game or whatever? Do you guys see that lighting sucks?" I'm just like, shut up. Really? That sucks to you?
Well, I'm one.
It's like alpha footage, probably.
What I was wondering is, did they take some of this footage from different parts of development, or if that's nutty to even think about?
See,
because we've seen that giant Titan stuff before, but I don't know if this is updated version or if this is not. I guess.
See, I kind of felt the same way. I kind of felt like the cutscene was from a different part of development as the gameplay, which I think it was, just because, they really didn't. They correlated in the Kingdom Hearts way, but they were obviously different. So I definitely think you were looking at the gameplay was farther along in development than the cutscene they were showing and immersed in the gameplay.
Okay.
That's how I felt anyways. I don't know if that's correct or what. But yeah.
Just give it to me in 2016.
Well, then...
they won't, but just do it, Square.
Yeah. They had, that guy leaked the video, which, is probably fake just because everything else today has been like my dreams. That said that it was like he was hiding his phone, and then it kind of came out in the corner and it said Winter 2016, and you were like, oh... But I don't see this in Winter 2016 at all. We'll be lucky if we get Final Fantasy 15 in Winter 2016.
That'd just be a weird way to release the date in a behind-the-scenes thing like that.
Well, they do that a lot, but, obviously it's like NDA and you don't hear about it, so.
Fair enough.
So, whatever. And then Square Enix. I thought Square Enix had a good flow to their conference, besides the intermersed like random dubstep, like and then it's like somebody else is out. And then they showed, what else did they show? Good lord, they showed up
Tomb Raiders Go.
Oh yeah, Tomb Raider Go, which actually looked good.
Yeah,
Hitman. I know a lot of people that liked Hitman Go, so
same. So I think in the same vein, it'll be another change of pace for a franchise.
Yeah, I think I'll check it out. Like, being for real, it looked pretty good.
Being Pharrell,
I'm gonna check out Tomb Raider.
I'm talking about the R&B singer / rapper / producer, Pharrell.
Oh, Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell Williams.
Oh, see, you got me there. And then they showed Star Ocean 5, which I was freaking out a little bit. I'm like, whoa. Like, just whoa.
Get together.
Yeah.
I officially got notes up now. Just FYI.
Oh, okay. Good. Right after, we're almost done. They showed that, and I was like, cool. And then they were like, Japanese guy was like, coming out in 2016. I'm like, no fucking way. And he said it's coming out in Japan this year. I'm like, no way that happens. It might.
You sure about that?
It might come out in Japan this year. No way it makes it out in the West in 2016.
Why is that?
Square Enix has not led me to believe otherwise. I mean, just look at look at Final Fantasy 15. It wasn't even. It was shown for a brief second, and it was a cutscene we had already seen. And it was like at their end of the conference slideshow. So, who cares?
Okay.
And considering they just updated their demo, I mean, that's a little weird that they're like, oh, we're not going to show it. And then supposedly the rumors of it being 60% complete were like complete crap. So, like, what do you believe? Nobody really knows.
Nobody knows.
The trouble I see.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, just so bad. I mean, Square Enix press conference was good. Don't get me wrong.
Was it good?
I thought it was good. Better than Nintendo's. Just because
yes,
they could have just showed me Kingdom Hearts 3 and it'd been better than Nintendo's.
They announced the Tokyo RPG Factory, which
was
my favorite thing.
Yep. Project, what is it? Project Setsuna?
Project Setsuna? Setsuna.
Yeah. And they also said that was coming out in 2016, and that I know for a fact is lies.
But I'm just glad they just slapped a date on it because they felt like,
yeah,
maybe.
it would get people hyped. And I mean, who knows? This may be like they're getting. I mean, they opened up a new studio for it, so obviously they're getting behind it. So you'll probably see more of it at Tokyo Game Show, just like most of the games they showed tonight.
I mean, we had some concept arts, and it looks nice.
Yeah, it looked good, but I mean, there's only so much you can tell from concept art. Like hell, I've seen. Mario concept art, hyper-realism. Mario doesn't look like that. So.
I used to be sorry. Mario concept earlier. That was cool. But there's something hilarious about Square Enix starting an RPG factory.
Yeah. I like the name Tokyo RPG Factory, though.
I'm with you.
I like the name. But there's something weird about that, especially because Square Enix, correct me if I'm wrong, said last generation during the 360 PS3 stuff that they wanted to step away from RPGs.
Yeah.
And now they're like, hey guys, guess what? RPGs. And you're like,
and it's literally what they've done.
Yeah.
Their entire existence. Square Enix, that's RPGs.
Yeah.
And now they're creating another studio for RPGs.
Which makes you wonder, are these Tokyo RPG Factory guys helping out with their other RPGs?
I'd assume not. I assume this is just.
Then what's the point of even announcing Tokyo RPG Factory if you're going to have people in Tokyo working for RPGs, just not in the factory?
Because the factory is producing Project Setsuna.
I guess.
I hope it's just a mobile division. That's what it ends up being.
Oh God, talk about a shitstorm. A proper RPG on tablets would not be bad though. I mean, if anybody did, it'd be Square Enix. do a good one. So I guess we'll see what it is. Again, I think they'll probably say more about it at Tokyo. Well, they'll have to. If they say it's going to come out in 2016, they almost have to show something at Tokyo Game Show. So, Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
So what? We have Gamescom for all the big stuff. We have Paris Game Week for Dreams. And then we...
Just for Dreams.
Just for Dreams. Dreams, it's literally Paris Dream Week. And then we have Tokyo Game Show.
Which I'm literally more hyped now than Gamescom. I'm literally more hyped for Paris Game Show, or whatever, than...
I wonder when it is.
Probably next week, just for...
It's probably going on right now. It's just like, oh, shit.
They just hopped in a plane as soon as I got done.
To Paris. They say it like that for some reason. But no, overall, I thought Square Enix's press conference was really cool. And then they had some announcements that didn't make the press conference, but got announced, like Dragon Quest Heroes, which is another Dynasty Warrior-esque game that, you so love. It's coming out in October, which is really cool, because I almost imported that game until it got announced that it was coming to the West. Which is kind of big, because Dragon Quest games don't really see the West that much. So,
but it's of course another Dynasty Warriors game, not like one of the canonical.
Yeah, it's
canonical.
Yeah.
Gens.
Which still, it's cool. I mean,
I want it.
Oh, you want it?
I want it.
It looks good.
I just want slimes. Just slash up some slimes.
Yeah. Did you see the collector's edition on SquareEnix.com?
Yeah. What else does it have in it? I know it's got like a keychain or something.
It has a keychain, a lanyard. It has a big slime plush. It comes in a chest, and then you get exclusive like weapons made of slime. In game.
I'm all for weapons made of slime.
I don't know how much it costs. It looked huge. It looked like a $150 bundle, and I'm not paying $150 for a slime plush.
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors with a Dragon Quest skin on it, regardless. But no, it looks really cool. And I'll definitely pick it up day probably one, because I'm trying to think. My whole...
You're just a day one sort of guy.
I am a day one guy. Like, I can't help it. Like, if I want to play something, I'm going to buy it when I want it. So,
like, if I had money, I'd be a day one guy.
Yeah. Because
I don't have that money for day one games in a year.
Yeah. Well, right now I only have 2 games pre-ordered right now. So, but that's going to change when I go to GameStop soon. Or Amazon. I may do my stuff through Amazon.
Physical discs. What a Stone Ager you are.
Physical. I have to physically touch it.
You have to go physical.
But yeah, Square Enix, good conference. And then there were some random announcements announced throughout the day, like, oh, Star Fox isn't going to have online multiplayer. Oh, Halo 5 HoloLens. How does that work? And then, did you read anything about the Halo 5 HoloLens stuff?
Where is that posted?
It was like NeoGaf and Giant Bomb and GameSpot and all of them.
I'll listen to those places.
Kotaku.
I didn't read anything.
Anyways, it's a HoloLens demo with Halo 5. And it's, the Warzone stuff they showed off yesterday?
Yeah, I know that gimmick.
Well, you put on HoloLens and you walked a little bit, and like on the table, a like Spartan lady came up and was like, okay, team, this is what you need to do. Blah, 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 talking about Warzone, and then like she pulled up a map on the table, was like, and this, and like she was scrolling around and like was showing a bunch of stuff. It was essentially like you were in the game. And I heard Jeff Gertzman talking about it for his Hot Pepper. He did a Hot Pepper gaming review or preview for it with Colin, or no, not with Colin, with Greg Miller during GameSpot stuff earlier today. So that's where I heard about it. But it sounded pretty cool, and HoloLens just sounds like a cool thing all around. But they said the field of view was not very good, which I feel is disappointing.
Well, it's... Well, we don't know when it's coming out.
No, we have no clue when it's coming out. So, I mean, like I said,
that could be something to say. Hey, field of view. Let's stretch this a little bit.
Let's stretch it out a little bit, because that'd be real. Because that Minecraft stuff, I've shown that to my little brother who loves Minecraft, obviously. But I mean, who doesn't? He thought it was cool, and I even showed it to my mom, who, doesn't play video games or anything. She was like, wow, how does that happen? I was like, how does it work? It's like a magnet. How does it work?
I literally stood up when they started showing it. I was just baffled at what I was watching.
Yeah, like, it's just,
Then
it's cool. And the fact that he can drag it and everything.
Then we went into the house, and I was like,
Yeah.
what's going on here, guys?
It makes me wonder if you can literally play God and, like, pick up people's characters and, like, chunk them.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, I bet you can, which just adds a
do as
whole
a
other aspect to Minecraft you would never expect.
I just want to become a video game god.
Yeah, and then if HoloLens can do that, what are maybe, something else can do it with certain stuff.
I don't know what that meant.
I'm
okay.
like, Morpheus essentially gets sensors, and you can do it with Morpheus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more on board right now with this holographic shiznit than
virtual reality.
this VR gimmick.
I think I'm more down for HoloLens right now than Morpheus. But again,
just show me some price tags, guys.
Yeah.
I'm a consumer, and you're gonna hurt my feelings, but just do it. Rip that Band-Aid off.
And then Persona 5, the English trailer come out, and they are sticking with a 2015 release for the Americas.
That didn't happen at a press conference.
It didn't happen at a press conference, but they released it on their YouTube account.
I've already seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
So
but
that's not news.
It's not
That'd
news.
be disingenuous.
I think the reason it's news is because it's June 16th right now, and they're still saying it's coming out in 2015 in the Americas.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you think we get a Persona 5 release date at Gamescom? Because they can't wait till Tokyo Game Show to be like, this game comes out, 3 months, global release.
I don't know about that. They can try it.
I mean, because if Persona's coming out at this point, it's going to be December.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean that stacks December up with
what?
Just Cause 3, the new Hitman game, Xenoblade X, and Persona 5.
I think Persona 5 wipes all those games out.
Oh no, I totally agree. I'm just saying, like
I think those games should be hoping that Persona 5 doesn't enter.
Oh yeah. But then
but I don't think it's a tough crossover either.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably a few between Xenoblade and Persona 5 just because you always have
What console is Xenoblade coming out?
Wii U.
No one cares about the Wii U.
Listen, I'm just saying, everybody I know that has a Wii U the Wii U is a secondary console, and they have either a PlayStation 4, mostly PlayStation 4s, and some have Xbox Ones. So I would imagine there's a crossover with Xenoblade X players that will play Persona 5. Now, Persona 5 players that play Xenoblade X, maybe not so much. But Xenoblade X players that will play Persona 5 is probably a big crossover rate, if I had to guess.
I just don't know if there's enough.
Oh, it's probably not enough to care. Considering Xenoblade's already out in Japan, which are going to be both these games' bigger markets anyway. So,
Persona's gonna have a big global footprint this year. If it comes out.
Again, if it comes out. And then you got to look. If it comes out before December, you're looking at a October, November. Both months which are semi-stacked. Or you're looking at a a spring 2016 release, for instance. Which, again, I would say spring 2016 is more loaded than holiday 2015. As of right now.
Yeah.
So.
There's no safe place.
There's unless they released it, next month. In July.
Imagine.
Be crazy. They did that with Last of Us
it won't
last year. For the HD edition, they're like, hey, here's Last of Us. It comes out in July.
That's the HD edition.
Yeah, two totally different things, but, still.
I'm excited for this game. So, the website, did you go through the whole thing?
I did.
Yeah. And if that says 2015, I'm feeling that's 250.
I hope it is, because, I love Persona, so.
Did you finish Persona 4?
I'm working my way through it, but, I'm in love with the series, so. I have watched all of Giant Bomb's Endurance Run, 3 times. If that counts for anything.
It doesn't, but appreciate your honesty.
I'm working my way through it. I only have so much time to dedicate to the Vita, and it makes me sad.
To be fair, I haven't beat it either, so I don't want to...
But this game looks awesome.
So. Yeah, I will.
And cut. So, anyways, and then something happened tonight, PC Gaming Show. Really only one big announcement, I feel like, that people kind of weren't expecting, and that was Gears of War's coming to PC. Any thoughts?
That's the thing that's happening.
Yeah, I mean, people were blowing up about a No Man's Sky announcement for PC, but it was announced 2 years ago when the game was shown.
I mean, to be fair, they haven't really talked about it too much. So
yeah, they haven't talked about it too much.
It could have been assumed that plans had changed and Sony had wrapped things up a little bit more.
Yeah, which obviously is not the case because
no.
I mean, now maybe even Microsoft may be dipping their feet in the Hello Games pool. So,
and I think that is, unless you know something I don't, I think that's bullish.
Oh, I think it's stupid too. I think it's
a bullish prediction.
The only reason I say it is because Major Nelson retweeted quote tweeted the PC Gamers thing saying, in case you missed it, No Man's Sky PC trailer. So it makes you think, well, maybe he's teasing that it's coming to Xbox.
Or it's coming to PC also. Possibly Windows and stuff like that.
I mean, we'll see, but it'd definitely be interesting what happens with that game. Because that game looks tremendous.
Just give me that release date, Sean Meyer.
Yeah. Well, I think that's also, God, like, it's weird. Gaming's in a weird place right now. Because I remember even just 5 years ago, E3 was the place for news. Like, you really didn't announce anything outside of E3. There were no Nintendo Directs. There were no... Sony's holding a conference meeting today, and a random day in March, or Microsoft's doing an investor meeting, and you can watch it too, and stuff like that. But now you have PAX East, PAX Prime, PAX Australia, PAX South. You got Comic-Con has some game stuff. You got E3. MagFest even in a way. You got Gamescom. You got... I feel like the London Game Show is bigger than the Paris Game Week or whatever it was.
Oh, well, Paris Games Week is going to be some hot fire. October 28th through November 1st.
Oh, okay. And then you got Minecon in November, I think, in London. And then you got Tokyo Game Show in September. So, like...
Is Minecon a Minecraft thing? Or?
Yeah, it's a Minecraft thing.
Okay.
But then, I mean, who knows what they do there now?
What do you mean, who knows what they do there? Talk about Minecraft?
I mean, yeah, but how do you talk about Minecraft for 3 days?
Well, like, is this a new conference, or they've done
it before? But they did it the year the Minecraft officially got out of beta, and then they did it again, and then they did it again.
Well, this is a pretty popular game.
Yeah, but still, but they're doing it in London, which I feel like is the weirdest thing. Like, they did it the first year in Vegas, literally because Notch said, and I quote, "I want to go to Vegas."
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so. And now he's in Vegas every day, pretty much.
But there's I think, just note, everyone, that there's only a few specific conferences that people are going to that these companies really care about.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they obviously care. I mean, I feel like PAX Prime and PAX East are the two bigger PAXs that makes it through. E3 makes it through. Gamescom now makes it through, and Tokyo Game Show. And then, well, I mean, you got to think, Sony did PlayStation Experience next year, or last year. Do they do it this year? They announced stuff there.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if they would do it again. Yeah. Just because last year they obviously had the milestone. So,
yeah,
doing it made sense then. I don't know if it makes sense now.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. And then the Game Awards with, Jeff Keighley's thing, he said he's doing that again, so.
Wasn't that tied to something last year?
What do you mean, was it tied? It was on...
Well, it was like during the same period as another event.
No, it was the Friday before. Like, it was on Friday, and then PSX started Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Okay. So...
I mean, maybe that happens again. And they were both in Vegas, I believe. So
yeah, so I think you'd have to think another event would have to run for that to work out as well as it did.
As well as it did. No, I completely agreed. So, hopefully it works.
Interesting stuff.
So, anything else from E3 that tickled your fancy today?
Not really. It was just kind of a Kingdom Hearts 3 kind of day.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, and then of course the rumors of a Kingdom Hearts 2.9 started swirling, which as of right now aren't true. But some people are saying, oh, maybe tomorrow and stuff like that. But I mean, we'll see. It doesn't sound too far-fetched.
Did any like reputable source note this?
No, but again, like, what reputable source is messing with Square Enix right now?
I don't know, but I would like a reputable source.
I wish Wario64 would be like, hey guys, Kingdom Hearts 2.9 is happening. And then I could just rest easy tonight. And now I'm just going to be tossing and turning all night. Because I want to play some Kingdom Hearts. And I don't want to buy a PlayStation 3 to do it.
I got a PlayStation 3. So all I got to do is buy 2.5. And I'm good to go.
Yeah, so. And, 2.9, obviously, in case you don't know, was rumored to be all the stuff in 1.5, Kingdom Hearts 1.5, Kingdom Hearts 2.5, and a 3D thing, or a HD thing for Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. So it would literally be a Kingdom Hearts anthology collection of all their games. So.
For $60.
For $60, which I would pay $100 for that, just because it's so much.
What a dummy.
Yeah, so I guess that's it from us today, unless Sam has anything else to add.
I'm good.
Alright, you can follow me at Tanner1495. You can also follow us at Below AVG Nerds, and go to our WordPress, belowaveragenerds.wordpress.com.
You can follow me on Twitter at SammyJ_D. Again, go to belowaveragenerds.wordpress.com. We got some articles up. I've done highlights for Nintendo World Championships and the Microsoft press conference. Also, that's where I've also posted all our podcasts, so it's easy to just hop on the WordPress and check everything out all at once. So thanks, and check out the YouTube, because when we do Twitch streams from now on, we're gonna export there. So yeah,
cool.
Check all that out. Cool.
And I guess we will see you guys on Friday for a little E3 overview type thing, our best of show, worst of show, blah 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 stuff.
Yeah, superfluous.
So see you then.